6 p.m. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Kanuz Ashraf. First, the headlines. Corps Commanders Conference has reviewed geostrategic and security environment, especially in the context of U.S. security-related policies for the region. Commandant Frontier Corps North says work on fencing Pakistan-Afghanistan border in Balochistan will begin soon. King Abdullah II of Jordan arrives in Islamabad tomorrow on a two-day visit for talks with Pakistani leadership. Pakistan has strongly condemned killing of a Chinese national in Karachi on Monday last. In occupied Kashmir, Joint Resistance Leadership has called for complete shutdown on martyrdom anniversaries of Kashmiri leaders Muhammad Afzal Guru and Muhammad Maqbool Butt on Friday and Sunday. U.S. Vice President says Washington will soon unveil its toughest and most aggressive sanctions ever against North Korea. And now the news in detail. Pakistan Army has reiterated commitment that gains of years-long counter-terrorism efforts shall be consolidated to achieve enduring peace and stability both for Pakistan and the region. The commitment was made during 208th Corps Commanders Conference held in Rawalpindi today with Army Chief General Qamar Javed Bajwa in the chair. The meeting reviewed geostrategic and security environment, especially in the context of U.S. security-related policies for the region. Progress in Operation Raddul Fasad and increased Indian ceasefire violations along the line of control and working boundary were also discussed. The forum said that Indian ceasefire violations are detrimental to peace and any Indian misadventure shall be responded effectively. A grand jirga comprising representatives of Frontier Corps, tribal elders and district management was held in Chaman today. The jirga decided to erect barbed wire along Pak-Afghan border in Chaman to check intrusion of illegal immigrants and maintain peace. Addressing the jirga, Commandant FC North Brigadier Nadeem Sohail said work on fencing Pak-Afghan border in Balochistan will be started soon. He said border fencing is in the interest of both Pakistan and Afghanistan. Foreign Minister Khwaja Asif has called for collective efforts to cope with the challenges and improve the image of the country. Speaking at the meeting of Senate Standing Committee on Foreign Affairs in Islamabad today, he said despite all difficulties, we have endeavored to address the problems. The Foreign Minister said we will move forward keeping in view the guidelines and inputs of the elected representatives. Minister of State for Finance Rana Muhammad Afzal has instructed to initiate preparations for a quality salary package for federal government employees in the forthcoming budget. He was talking to a delegation of Federation of Federal Government Employees in Islamabad today. The minister said the government is prepared to provide maximum facilitation to employees keeping in view available resources. King Abdullah II of Jordan arrives in Islamabad tomorrow on a two-day visit to Pakistan on the invitation of President Mamnoon Hussain. He will be leading a high-level delegation, including senior officials. During his stay in Islamabad, he will hold talks with President Mamnoon Hussain and Prime Minister Shahid Haqqan Abbasi. Bilateral, regional and international matters of mutual interest will be discussed. The visit will provide an opportunity to explore ways and means to further strengthen cooperation in diverse areas of mutual interest, particularly expanding bilateral trade and enhancing investments in Pakistan. Pakistan has strongly condemned the killing of Chinese national Zhen Zhu in Karachi on Monday last. In a statement, Foreign Office spokesman Dr. Mohammad Faisal said Pakistan will take all possible measures to apprehend the culprits and carry out thorough investigation against perpetrators of the crime. Pakistan has expressed concern over reports of a recent missile attack by Houthi militia towards Saudi city of Khamis Mushaid. In a statement, Foreign Office spokesperson Dr. Mohammed Faisal said the timely interception of missile by Saudi air defense saved the civilian populated city from grave consequences. He said such attacks targeting the unarmed civilians are a violation of international law and condemnable. The spokesperson reiterated Pakistan's solidarity with the government and people of Saudi Arabia and renewed its commitment to support the sovereignty and territorial integrity of the brotherly country. The Supreme Court today dismissed all review petitions in rental power case. Chief Justice Saghib Nisar, in his remarks, said the petitions are no longer valid and effective. In its earlier judgment, the Apex Court had declared the contract of rental power projects null and void. An anti-terrorism court in Haripur has awarded death sentence to one accused and 25 years imprisonment each to 5 others in Mashal Khan murder case. Judge Fazal Subhan, who announced the judgment, acquitted 26 people in the case. Pakistan Navy has seized 5,000 kilograms of hashish worth millions of dollars in the market from the smugglers in North Arabian Sea. This is Radio Pakistan. In occupied Kashmir, the chief of Dukhtarani-Millat, Sayyida Asiya Andrabi, has said the dispute over Jammu and Kashmir remains to be an unfinished agenda of the partition of subcontinent. Addressing a seminar in Srinagar, she said that Kashmir dispute came into existence because of the two-nation theory and that the people of Kashmir want to see Kashmir as a part of Pakistan. The seminar was arranged to mark the 25 years of the incarceration of Asiya Andrabi's husband, Dr. Muhammad Qasim Fakhtu. A protest was staged at Press Colony in Srinagar to demand the release of Dr. Qasim Fakhtu. Meanwhile, the Joint Resistance Leadership has called for complete shutdown on the martyrdom anniversaries of prominent Kashmiri leaders Muhammad Afzal Guru and Muhammad Maqbool Butt falling on 9th and 11th of this month. The leadership in a joint statement in Srinagar said that peaceful protest would be staged across the territory on Friday. U.S. Vice President Mike Pence has said that Washington will soon unveil its toughest and most aggressive sanctions ever against North Korea. Talking to media after holding talks with Japan's Prime Minister Shinzo Abe in Tokyo, he also warned that North Korea, which will participate in this month's Winter Olympics as part of a joint delegation with South Korea, would not be allowed to hijack the event. Mike Pence pledged that Washington would intensify its maximum pressure campaign on the North Korea while working with Tokyo. German Chancellor Angela Merkel's Conservative Party and the Social Democrats have agreed to form a grand coalition government after a long political stalemate. According to reports, leaders of the Christian Democratic Bloc and the Social Democratic Party have reached a breakthrough after marathon talks. Egyptian authorities reopened the Rafah border crossing with the blockade Gaza Strip today for 3 days. The statement issued by the Palestinian embassy in Cairo said the terminal will remain open till Friday to allow stranded Palestinians to cross in both the directions. Turkish army says that nearly 1,000 PKK and Daesh terrorists have been neutralized since the beginning of Operation Olive Branch in Syria's Afrin region on 20th of last month. A statement issued by the Turkish General Staff in Ankara today, the Turkish armed forces neutralized 29 more PKK and Daesh terrorists in airstrikes that were carried out overnight. In Taiwan, at least 7 people were killed and more than 250 others injured due to strong earthquake near East Coast. The 6.4 magnitude earthquake caused several buildings to cave in and tilt dangerously. More than 140 are still missing, and the rescuers have been working to try to reach people who have been trapped under the debris. And finally, the weather report. Mainly cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. To end the news, some of the headlines once again. Corps Commanders Conference has reviewed geostrategic and security environment, especially in the context of US security-related policies for the region. Commanded Frontier Corps North says work on fencing Pakistan-Afghanistan border in Balochistan will begin soon. King Abdullah II of Jordan arrives in Islamabad tomorrow on a two-day visit for talks with Pakistani leadership. That is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com Radio Pakistan News Official.